will lead the prayer.
Let's bow our head and feel the presence of God. Amen.
Amen. Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Before you sit down, please arrange your chair and pick up those letters around you. Class secretary, may I know who is absent today? Excellent. I am happy and it's great to know that you really love this subject, mathematics. I hope you pass this subject. So let's do everybody the correct Nicholas Amina class. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, correct. So all together. 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, correct. So we begin with the game called the Get ng Position before moving into our lesson presentation. So here's the game direction. Please read all together. Divide the class into 2 groups. Each group must have 2 representatives to collect data from 2 students on other sessions, which are their math grades in first and second semester of grade 11 or high school. After collecting the data, each group will write the data on the instructional materials and arrange it in ascending order. Insert the highest and lowest grade. So I will have here, class, your groups that being separated into groups of 2. So group 1 has 8 members who are Mr. De Guzman, Miss Manalato, Mr. Salazar, Miss Alingot, Miss Althea Limbreza, Mr. Alim Pipinig, Miss Saladino, and Miss Pante. While the group 2 has 9 representatives who are Miss Canceran, Miss Buhay, Miss Casco, Mr. Santos, Miss Jose, Miss Canceran, Miss Salvador, Miss Ramos, and Miss Rosenda. So go now on your group mates and talk carefully who will be your 3 representatives to collect data on other sections.
I group 2 here. Group 1. Group 1. Oy, group 2 na. I group 2. Group 2. Group 2. Again. Group 1 is again.
So all the representatives from each group will go here in front class.
Okay.
So the bond paper is, you will write the data that you will gather here. So when the representative from each group finish arranging the data and ascending order and writing it instructional materials, they will say OMC. So the first group that finishes the game will receive a prize. So go now and other sections.
There is no peace. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are going to date. So, there are two students from grade high school. So their grades are the following: 82, 89, 90, 91, 93, 94, 95, 96, and 87. So the lowest grade is 82 and the highest grade is 97. So insert it.
Yay! One, how about 107?
The data gathered was 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, and 93. This is the lowest grade, which is 86, and the highest grade, which is 92.
Thank you. Thank you for your active cooperation, class. All of you wins and all of you have prize. So, let's all stand up and do the winner clap. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Winner, winner, win, win, win. So all together. 1, 2, 3, winner, winner, win, win, win. So wow, very honored class. It seems like you are really excited about our discussion. So, do you have any ideas? What is our topic for on that day? Yes, Mr. De Guzman?
Ma'am, I think our topic for today's measures of
We will see if your answer is correct when we proceed on our discussion. So, let's give everybody a bet na bet clap when you are ready to listen. So, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bet, bet, bet na bet ko. So, all together. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bet, bet, bet na bet ko. Our topic for today is all about measures of position for ungrouped data. So, what comes to your mind if you hear the word measures of position for ungrouped data? Anyone? Yes, Ms. Canceran?
So when we talk about measures of position for ungrouped data, so the ungrouped data are the raw data and the position is maybe the percentile, the decile, no?
Thank you, Ms. Canceran. So let's proceed on our learning objectives. So all together, please read our learning objectives.
At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define its measure of position, illustrate the following measures of position, quartile and decile, appreciate the concept of measure of position for ungrouped data, and calculate specified measures of position. Example 7, decile of a set of data.
So, first we are going to define measures of position and measures of position for ungrouped data. So, what is measures of position? So, measures of position is a method by which the position that a particular data has within the given data set can be identified. So, how about the measures of position for ungrouped data? So, it is the data will have the most common measures of position for ungrouped data, which are quartile, decile, and percentile. But for today's discussion, we only discuss the quartile and decile. So, what is quartile? Miss Salvador.
The word quartile comes from the Latin word quartus, which means fourth. The quartile are the score points of which divide the distribution into.
The quartile, thank you, Miss Salvador. The quartile are the score of points which divide the distribution into how many equal parts each. Yes, Miss Halata? 4. Very good. So the quartile are the score of points which divide the distribution into 4 equal parts. So as you can see, class, we have the Q1, Q2, and Q3. So it is divided into 4 equal parts. So we have the Q1, Q2, and Q3. So who wants to read, class? Miss Casco?
Quartile, 25% of the data has a value of less than or equal to Q1, 50% of the data has a value less than or equal to Q2, and 75% of the data has a value less than or equal to Q3.
Thank you, Ms. Casco. So, based on the quartile, we have the Q1, Q2, Q3. So, what do you think our lower quartile is, class? Anyone? Lower. Yes, Ms. Rosendo?
Ma'am, I think it's Q1.
Very good, Mr. Rosendo. Thank you. So, Q1 is called the lower quartile. So how about our upper quartile, class? Anyone? Yes, Ms. Timbreda? Q3. Very good, Ms. Timbreda. So Q3 is the upper quartile, while the Q2 is nothing but the median. So we have here also an example, class. Who wants to read? Ms. Ramos?
The owner of the coffee shop recorded the number of customers who came into his cafe each hour in a day. The results were 14, 10, 12, 9, 17, 5, 8, 9, 14, 10, and 11.
Thank you, Ms. Ramos. So we have data or scores here. So who wants to arrange it in ascending order, class? Yes, Mr. Santos? Okay.
9, 9, 9,
Thank you, Mr. Santos. So we will see if your answer is correct. So very good, Mr. Santos. So based on the given data set, class, we have the least value, middle value, and greatest value. So who wants to encircle it on the board? Mr. Salazar? Least, middle, and greatest value. So let's see if your answer is correct, Mr. Salazar. Very good, Mr. Salazar. Your answer is correct. So in finding the quartile value, we have also a method. Which are the Mendenhall and Simkich method and the linear interpolation method. So we have first the Mendenhall and Simkich method. So who wants to read, class? Ms. Jose?
Mendenhall and Simkich method. Calculate the position of the lower quartile, L is equal to position of Q1 is equal to 1/4 the quantity of N plus 1 if L falls halfway between two integers, round up the L1 element is the lower quartile value Q1.
Thank you, Ms. Jose. So we have here an example, class, for the lower quartile, which is we need to calculate for the position of lower quartile. So our formula is position of Q1 is equals to 1/4 the quantity of N plus 1. So who wants to read our formula, class? Ms. Manaloto?
Using the formula 1/4 of the quantity of N plus 1 and round off to the nearest digit.
Thank you, Ms. Manaloto. So, who wants to answer the data set, class, using our formula, which is the finding the position of the lower quartile? We need only to substitute of first class. Discuss ko. So please distribute it or substitute it on our formula for the position of Q1. Okay, we discuss ko. So let's see if your answer is correct. So very good, Miss Casco. Your answer is correct. So based on the given data set class, we come up with our final answer, which is in number 3. So 1, 2, 3 is Q1 is equals to 7. So what is our formula again that in calculating the lower quartile? Yes, Mr. Brenda?
1/4 times n plus 1.
Very good, Mr. Brenda. Thank you. So let's proceed on upper quartile. So who wants to read the upper quartile? Yes, Mr. Salazar?
Calculate the position of the upper quartile, or the upper quartile is equals to position of quartile 3 is equals to 3/4 times the quantity of n plus 1. If u falls halfway between two integers, round down, then u element is the upper quartile value, which is u3.
Thank you, Mr. Salazar. So we have a data set here in class. We all need to find the Q3 locate its position using our formula, which is 3/4 the quantity of n plus 1. So who wants to try to answer it on the board class? Yes, Mr. Salazar? Thank you, Mr. Salazar. Let's see if your answer is correct. So very good, Mr. Salazar. Your answer is correct. So based on the given data set class, we come up with our final answer, which is in our number 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the upper quartile is in the 7th element, or Q3 is equals to 27. So what is our formula again, class, in getting our upper quartile? Yes, Mr. Lavino? 3/4 quantity of n plus 1. Very good, Ms. Saladina. Thank you. So, except in our formula in calculating for the position of lower quartile and upper quartile class, what is the difference between the lower quartile and the upper quartile? Anyone? Any other hand? Yes, Mr. Santos?
Kapag lower quartile po na ito, kapag naman upper quartile.
Exactly, Mr. Santos. Thank you. So now, let's proceed on our next method, which is the linear interpolation method. So we have steps in linear interpolation method. So who wants to read our step A1 class? Yes, Ms. Jose?
Step A1, arrange the scores in ascending order.
Thank you, Ms. Jose. How about our step 2 class?
Ma'am,
Yes, Ms. Rosendo?
locate the position of the score in the distribution.
So we have also our formula, which is in calculating the position of Q1 or position of Q3. So how about our steps A3 class?
Ma'am,
Yes, Ms. Calanto?
find the difference between the two values for in Q3 is equated. Based on the given sets of data, we will subtract the second data from the third data.
Thank you, Ms. Calanto. So how about our step 4? Yes, Ms. Saladino?
Multiply the result by the decimal part obtaining the second step.
Thank you, Ms. Saladino. So how about our last step?
Ma'am,
Yes, Ms. Ramos?
add the result in step 4 to the second smaller number in step 1.
Thank you, Ms. Ramos. So we have here our example class. Find the first quartile Q1 and third quartile Q3 given the scores of students in math activity. So we have here the data. 1, 27, 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 3, 21. So we need to find first the position of Q1. So in finding for the position of Q1 class, we will need to use for the Q1 or our formula, which is 1/4 quantity of n plus 1. So step A1 is arrange the scores in ascending order. So we only arrange it in ascending order before we compute with before we proceed on our step 2. So in our step 2, we will choose what will be the formula that we will going to choose. So in the n in our step 1, which is the total of the scores in our data set, is 9. So 9 plus 1 is equals to 10. So 1/4 multiplied by 10 is 10/4. So Q1 is equals to 2.5. So in our step 3 class, we are going to find the difference between the two values where QK is equated. So we will going to subtract the second data from the third data. So based on our position, given position for our Q1 is 2.5, then we will subtract 7 and 3 is 7 minus 3 is equals to 4. So in our step 4, we will going to multiply the result in our step 4 with in the decimal part that we obtained on our step 2. So 4 times 0.5 is equals to 2. And the step 4, we will going to copy the result in our step 4 and add it in the second smallest number in our step 1. So our second smallest number in our step 1 is 3. So 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. So our Q1 or our lower quartile is equals to 5. So did you understand, class?
Yes, ma'am.
So who wants to answer, class, our third quartile or our upper quartile? Step 1 and 5. Only step 1 and 2. Third quartile. After. Yes, Miss Jose?
Round lang. Ay, mali.
So how about in computing our step 3, 4, 5 class? Anyone?
Step 3.
Step 3. Yes, Miss Alingot? Thank you, Miss Alingot. How about our step 4? Yes, Miss Rosendo? How about our last step, class? Anyone? Yes, Miss Casco? Thank you, Ms. Casco. So, let's see if your answer is correct. 7.5. So, very good. So, in our step 1, we arrange only in ascending order. In our step 2, we will find for the position of the upper quartile. So, we will use our formula for our upper quartile. Then, we will get the 7.5 position. So, in 7.5 position, we will apply here. That is step 3. So, in the second smallest number or in our position of, in our step 2, that's 27, or in our step 3, the 27 is the smallest number. So, 27 plus 1.5 is equals to 28.5. So, our Q3 is equals to 28.5. Did you understand, class?
Yes.
So now, let's proceed on our lesson. So who wants to read, class? Yes, Miss Manaloto.
A desert comes from the Latin word incense, which means 10. The other term for 10 is decile. The deciles are the nine score points which divide the distribution into 10 equal parts.
Thank you, Miss Manaloto. So, in calculating the position of deciles, to calculate the position of deciles, we will use the formula which is the position of dk is equals to k over 10, the quantity of n plus 1. So, what do you think the k in our formula, class? Anyone? Yes, Miss Rosendo?
K is the position of the item.
Very good, Mr. Rosendo. So, our k is the position of the item. So, how about the n in our formula, class? Anyone?
Numbers of datas.
Yes, Mr. Salazar?
The total number of data are the data.
Very good, Mr. Salazar. So our 1 in our formula is the constant. So we have also the steps in calculating the position of decile class. Anyone who wants to read? Yes, Ms. Timbreza.
Step 1. Arrange the scores in ascending order. Step 2. Locate the position of the score in the distribution.
Thank you, Ms. Timbreza. We will have here our example class. So find the 7th decile, D7, given the scores of 11 students in their mathematics activity. So we will have the data set here, class. So using our formula, which is the position of dk is equals to k over 10, quantity of n plus 1, and using our steps in calculating for the position of decile, who wants to answer class for position of 7th decile? Yes, Mr. Alipini. Thank you, Mr. Alipini. So let's see if your answer is correct. So, our position or the position of 7th decile is 8.4 or approximately 8. So, it is in the 8th element. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, what's our
Sa taas.
Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Alipini. So, our 7th decile, or for the position of 7th decile, we have the 27. So, did you understand, class, in calculating the position of decile? Yes, ma'am. Very good. So, it seems like you listened well during our discussion. So, let's have an activity. So here's our activity. So after 10 minutes, I will call someone to write their answers on the board and explain their answers. So class, start answering.
Sorry.
Wala namang 1 ay 1, 2, 3.
Dalawang second one.
May isa lang sa inyo.
Dalawang
Dalawang
second.
15, 21, 27.
Dalawang 16.
May isa.
Thirty-three.
31.
Class, time's up. So number 1, Miss Kalanto, please write your answers on the board and explain your answer. So first we arrange the data from the ascending order. So these are our data, and the formula for getting the quartile 3 is quartile 3 is equal to 3/4 times n plus 1 is equal to 3/4. Since the data are 12, so 12 plus 1, 3/4 times 13 is 9.75. So we are going to round down, so it is approximately. Very good, Miss Kalanto. Thank you. So how about our number 2 class? Yes, Mr. Salazar, please write your answers on the board and explain.
Okay, so the given question is find the 6th decile or the D6 of the following test scores of a random sample of 10 students. So step 1, arrange the scores. We have 15, 18, 20, 21, 28, and so on. And step 2, we will be using the formula P sub K is equals to K over 10 times the quantity of n plus 1, where K is the decile and the n is the total number of scores. So P sub 6 is equal to 6 over 10 multiplied by 11. Our n here is 10 plus 1 is 11. 6 times 11 is 66 over 10 is equal to 6.6 or 7. And to take the position which is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 30.
Very good, Mr. Salazar. Thank you. So, did you get the same answer, class?
Yes, ma'am.
So, let's proceed. Take a deeper look at this diagram, class. So, what can you observe at this diagram? Anyone? Any other hand? Yes, Miss Ramos?
In quartile, so in quartile, we're going to divide it by 4, while in decile, 10.
Very good, Miss Ramos. Thank you. So always remember, class, if you have the quartile, so it is divided into 4 equal parts. So while the decile is divided into 10 equal parts. So let's have a recap. So I know that you've learned a lot during our discussion class. So what about our topic, class? What is all about? Anyone? Yes, Miss Manaloto?
Have discussed about interest of position for ungrouped the decile and part.
Precisely, Ms. Manaloto. Thank you. So, can you remember, class, what quartile is? Anyone? Yes, Mr. De Guzman?
And the word quartile is comes from the word Latin word quartus, which means fourth. The quartile are the score points which divide the distribution into four.
So, how about our general formula in our quartile class? Anyone? Yes, Miss Casco?
It's 1/4 times
N plus 1.
n plus 1.
Exactly, Miss Casco. Thank you. So, how about when we talk about decile class and the general formula of it? Anyone? Yes, Miss Alingon?
E of A or A over 10 times.
Very good, Miss Alingon. So, in addition, class, always remember or we should memorize the steps in the linear interpolation method so that we will come up with our final answer or correct answer. So, that's all, class. Thank you for your listening.